F&S Yamaha and Marine in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Northeast's largest express dealer and one of the largest express dealers in the nation. I'm Andy. I'm the express guy here at F&S. If you contact us, more than likely you'll be speaking with me. If you're not familiar with us, check our Google reviews out and our Facebook reviews. We have a great service reputation that we're very proud of. We have people from all over the nation that buy boats from us, and we really appreciate it. Check out our website as well, F&SYamaha.com. Anyway, on to the cool stuff. We just got in another 2025 Xpress H20 bay. This one's pretty loaded from the factory. This is pretty common of how we order bay boats. And we'll start with the horsepower. So it's a max horsepower of 150 Yamaha SHO. Performance, you're looking at low to mid 50s, depending on how the boat's loaded. Tandem axle, all aluminum trailer, which is made in-house at Xpress. Disc hydraulic brakes, and then brakes on both axles. That's another upgrade. Aluminum wheels, matching aluminum spare. Color is the midnight blue metallic. Hopefully you can see it in the video, but when the sun hits it, that metallic really pops. White spray and liner, white console. SeaDek floor covering is in cappuccino with the white lines. If you're not familiar with SeaDek, that's the floor covering. And basically SeaDek has all the advantages of carpet with none of the disadvantages. Dries very quickly, easy to clean, nice to walk on, doesn't get hot. And down the road, if you even damage a panel, it's easy to replace that one panel. Hydraulic steering, and I upgrade most of our bay boats to the U-Flex system. The U-Flex has more corrosion resistance and more stainless than what the Bay Star and the Sea Star does. That's why I get our boats that way. Xpress has quite a reputation for ride and handling in the industry, and they rival many fiberglass boats and how they perform and ride. And Xpress was the inventor of the all-welded aluminum boat, and it's still in the hands of the private owner, which is the grandson of the inventor today. Good company to deal with, but they're completely welded together. Everything's welded, including the floor. Pretty well everyone else that I'm aware of, at least the floors are riveted in, where Xpress is completely welded together. 125 thousandth bottom. They are known mostly for their hyperlift pad haul, and what that means is that on the bottom back of the boat there is a pad that's about 12 inches wide and about 2 feet long. So the idea is when the boat's running fast, the only thing in the water is the pad. It makes it go faster and it makes it ride better because not much of the boat's in the water. And then along with the aggressive steps and reverse chines, it makes them very stable and will turn on a dime. And then of course stability helps with the width as well. This is a 94-inch beam, so that helps with stability too. But when you're riding Xpress, you'd swear you're in a fiberglass boat. That's how well they ride and handle. Not your conventional aluminum boat. And then also too, little things that help rigidity and ride. For instance, spray on liner. So this is like a bed liner, and it's sprayed everywhere, on top of every deck and every hatch and underneath every lid. And they spray it on very thick. This is also too then an example of how the hulls are constructed. This is the floor liner. Yellow sticker is the bottom of the boat. Cross members throughout, and then foam is sprayed between the floor and the bottom. It makes for a quiet ride, and also it helps you gives more storage because most of the flotation is in the floor. This boat also has the Xtreme Marsh package. So the Xtreme Marsh package is one of their higher end packages, and I get a lot of our bay boats with that. It makes sense to get the Xtreme Marsh package if you want a hydraulic jack plate. So what that means is that every pad hull boat will perform considerably better when you have a jack plate, and that is this plate that says Atlas on it that goes between the motor and the boat. And it goes hydraulically and electrically up and down. So that will help not only performance, but also makes it easier to load, unload off the trailer, or if you're in shallow water areas too, you can put the motor up and down electrically and hydraulically. With the Xtreme Marsh package, it comes with standard with a 6-inch jack plate, and then I upgrade to a 10-inch. And this boat, in this 150, it considerably, it works a little better with the 10-inch. And it's a very small price increase to do that, but I get all of our boats with the 10-inch versus a 6. Makes sense to do that. Also, with the Xtreme Marsh package, you get an upgraded fish finder and trolling motor, but then I'll upgrade even beyond the package. This has a Humminbird Helix 9 side imaging fish finder, and I also upgraded to spot lock trolling motor. So this has a MinnKota Tarova Riptide, 80-pound, 24-volt with spot lock. And then I also upgraded to this slider bracket / disconnect bracket. It makes it easier to load, unload off the trailer, especially at a steep ramp, because this bracket slides the whole trolling motor back, and then also you can remove the trolling motor easily. And then along with that, the MinnKota heavy duty plug. And also too, another upgrade I do is that this trolling motor communicates with the fish finder at the dash. So we ran an Ethernet cable to connect them. So they'll share information like depth contours. So lots of little upgrades that we do on all of our Xpresses, but that's a good example. Also with Xtreme Marsh package, you also get pretty well everything possible to be stainless. So rod holders, cup holders, steering wheel, leaning post with backrest and footrest in stainless, and then also 6 foldable cleats, 3 on each side. Also get auto bilge, so then you have 2 bilge pumps. You have a manual and an auto, and then the auto is live all the time in case you get any water in the boat. Also too, up on the dash with Xtreme Marsh, instead of plastic rockers, you get stainless push button. And then also too, not to confuse you even more, inside the console, you get a separate fuse panel that everything's labeled independently. Onboard charger as well, because the trolling motor batteries are housed in the console. All part of the Xtreme Marsh. You also get a water pressure gauge at the dash that goes along with the hydraulic jack plate. Tack, trim, fuel gauge, and an hour meter. That's all standard. Yeah, nice pad up on top of the dash there with cup holders. Here you can see the slider bracket a little bit better with the heavy duty plug as well. Then you also get trim switch with that package, so you can put the motor up and down, the outboard motor. It can be overwhelming, all the different packages and scenarios, and whether you have questions on this boat or special order boat or any other boat, feel free to contact me and I'd be glad to help you better understand. I make up an info sheet that explains everything better, and I email those to a lot of people to help you better understand it. We have a bait well up here underneath this seat. tackle storage behind the backrest. Jump seat on either side of the leaning post. And then underneath each jump seat is an insulated cooler, which is here. Rear live well. And then with the Xtreme Marsh package, then something else that you get is then the front bait well has a separate recirc pump, so that when you're driving down the road, for instance, you can stop and get bait fish, you can recirculate the water that's in the bait well. That's part of the Xtreme Marsh package. That's why there's additional switches up on the dash as well. Other upgrades, this has high pressure washdown pump. So that is this switch right here. So there's a pump built into the boat with a hose, so you can wash inside the boat down. Lights kit. So all the compartments are lit. Both live wells are lit. And then there is a light on either side of the console. Another upgrade. Wet sound stereo system with 4 speakers. Yes, another upgrade. This one's loaded up pretty good. Back here is where the 40-gallon fuel tank is located, and then all of the switches and pumps are back here. Apologize for the wire mess. This boat just came and has not been prepped yet. We're very thorough when we go through things to clean things up and make sure everything looks nice and neat. And while we're talking about that, I mentioned earlier our great service reputation. We are privately owned. My dad is the owner. We're 3rd generation. My grandfather started things in the late 40s. I've been here 30 years myself. But with service, what I mean by that is every boat that we prep at F&S, we go through very thoroughly. We go through them, fix little things that the factories miss, improve upon things. And that's normal for all boat brands, not just Xpress. But the good dealers will take their time to go through them very thoroughly. And then in addition to that, we'll also go and water test every boat that we sell before you pick up your boat, because there's certain things that can only be tested in the water. And then also too, we go to the water with many customers to show you how to use your boat. Whether we're meeting each other, and what I mean by that is we do a lot of deliveries. We have customers from all over the nation buy boats from us, and a lot of times, regardless of where you're from, I'll meet you halfway, or I can come the whole way. It depends on the distance exactly. But even if we meet somewhere hundreds of miles away, I'll try to scope out a waterway so we can meet at the waterway to show you how to use your boat there. We stock many other fish finders, trolling motors, live imagings, shallow water anchors, anything you have in mind. We do a lot of custom riggings. If you see many other YouTube videos that we have of customers' completed boats, what I'll usually do, especially if a customer puts a bunch of items on his boat and he's from distance, I'll try to do a video of it in detail so they can see, you know, what they're getting before we meet each other, or before they pick up, of course. But we stock all that and do a lot of that. So if you're not sure what any of that means, feel free to contact me. You'll see our contact information at the bottom of the screen. Or if you have in mind what you'd like to do, I'd be glad to set that up as well. As you see, we stock many Xpresses, all sizes in stock, bay boats, bass boats, used boats. We also sell Bennington pontoons, Smoker Craft V-bottoms, Xpress duck boats. Have a lot of those in stock as well. We normally try to have a lot of boats in stock. and also too, quite a bit of boats on order. So we can reserve one that's coming, do special orders, or of course set up a boat that we have here, whatever you have in mind. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps other people find us. Check our website out, FSYamaha.com. And please let me know if you have any questions on this boat or any other boat. Have a good day.